guys, the Manatees are here at the Clearwater Marine Aquarium, and so are we. Tonight is the member appreciation night. It's going to be an amazing time. We have raffles, we have presentations, everything that's going to happen very shortly. Quick amount of time, so we got to go. Let's have fun. So the cool thing is they had this virtual reality drop in the ocean game here. It's a VR, kind of like the Oculus thing that you have on your eyes. I do not do this because I get very motion sick, but Lexi's actually going to try this now. And for the member event, it's actually free, so it's going to be a good time. So yeah, normally this is $10 per ride per person members and $12 per ride per person for the non-members, the general public, for this virtual reality. Lex is going to go deep in the ocean now, getting the instruction on how to do it. What do you think?
That was trippy. I almost thought I was actually going to fall the way you feel like you're literally on a jellyfish.
What do you see?
It's like the plankton kind of like in the deep sea. You have the whale fish. You see a lot of trash. It's a lot telling you what we're doing to the water life and how you can stop, basically not kill your turtles and your whale fish, because it's bad.
Nice. All the stops right here. We even got some food. Like lettuce cups.
Rehabilitation and release, and we wouldn't be able to do all the awesome and amazing things that we do here day in and day out without people like you coming to visit us. And so the first thing we are going to draw is for that 4-pack of tickets for the rain. Now this is going to be, you have to be here for me to meet you the prize. Looks like I have a friend joining you. Come on, just go.
Yeah, I'd love to go on one of these boats. The crane over 300, 500, 600.
So while we don't have manatees, we at least get to see the pool system. biologist on the Clearwater Marine Aquarium's rescue team. I'm going to be one of the senior staff members that's going to be helping do manatee rehab here at the Clearwater Marine Aquarium. So I'm super excited that you guys get to see a sneak peek of what our manatee rehab facility is going to look like. So you're coming up here, and so this all will be open to the public. And then the way to get down to the manatee pool is going to be through here. So this is going to be an opening, and then as we walk, you guys can take a look down and see kind of what it looks like. So right now it's just the structure of the walkway, but there is going to be a walkway that walks behind this wall. So as you guys get closer, you can see where we're starting to make a little bit more headway on the walkway. So as we continue, you'll see that there's going to be a white railing on the outside and inside of the walkway, and then eventually there's going to be an 8-foot wall on the outside for added protection and added security to the habitat. And if you guys have any questions as we're going, feel free to ask. This isn't like a lecture series. This is conversational, so have at it with the questions. I'm here for it. So all of this pool system here was existing. So wind rehab or dolphin rehab, and then it became a resident area, and now it's going to be manatees.
Rex and Rudy used to be out here.
Correct. So our first stage is going to be this new addition. And then once we start getting the ball rolling with second stage, we get more animals in here. This is going to be a secondary pool system for us to have the animals prior to release. He said, "Dang." So these down here are actually lettuce feeders. So these are what we use. You can see some of them have strings attached. They all have dive weights. So we can offer them different foraging options. We can put lettuce in, so we slide the lettuce in and we can drop it to the bottom. We can use these strings to hang it on the wall, and then we can put lettuce on the surface. They have that option. Same thing with the side feeders and the bottom feeders. And as we get closer to release, we want to make sure that they're eating in all different ways, because once they get out into the wild, they're not always going to have food offered at the bottom. They're not always going to have food at the surface. So they have to be able to critically think about how they're going to get their food. So that's what those are. So all of this, like I said, it has been existing, and this is all of our new facility. So this was all built specifically for manatee rehab. So it's 78,000 gallons of just this part.
Holy moly.
So as you can see, there's a little bit of differences between this pool and that pool. So there's a false bottom floor that has a hydraulic lift. So this is how we're going to be able to do health assessments on the animals. When the animals first come in, we have this track that goes out over the edge. We're able to lift the animals in a stretcher and bring them over the edge, and we'll have the water at about 3 feet. We're not all 5'11" like I am. So everybody needs to be able to stand. We'll then lower them into 3 feet of water, remove the stretcher, and then we'll have them have an acclimation period in here. And then these two spots right here are gates. So these can open and close to go into the front pool. So the animals will have a choice. The front area is where the windows are. So this allows the animals to have a choice on whether they want to be in front of people, if they want to see people. If they're feeling a little bit more shy, they have the option to come back here and have a bit more of a private time. Do you guys have any immediate questions? No thoughts yet? The question that everybody is thinking, and you asked it. So as you may not know, construction is one of those things that there's always some type of delay, whether it's weather delay, supply delay, funding delay. So we always want to make sure that the habitat is going to be suitable for the animals. So we worked really closely with U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service. They came, they did an inspection, they said, okay, everything's good. we had a little bit of a hiccup with the floor. We said, okay, we don't want to put an animal in here if we know that something with the floor needs to be fixed. So we said, all right, we're going to deal with whatever the issue is with the floor. And then, as you can imagine, bringing animals in involves a lot of staff. So we want to make sure that we have the experienced staff to be here in order to take them in. So all of it is for the betterment of the animals. We are obviously just as disappointed as you guys are that they're not here. But we want to make sure that we're bringing them into an environment that is perfect for them. Exactly what they need, water quality, systems, personnel. So, long story short.
Yeah.
If you guys have been following our story for a while, you know that the timeline has changed and the timeline continues to change. So we can be told one thing, and whether it's construction related, whether it's animal related, working with animals is something that you could never put a concrete deadline on. Because if the animal doesn't want to gate into the location where it needs to be removed for transport, we don't force animals to do things. So I want to say the month of July, but don't hold me to it. That's the goal. So we don't know exactly where they're coming from yet, because if we have in our minds or we announce to the public we're getting these 2 animals from SeaWorld or these 2 animals from Zoo Tampa, and they don't want to gate the week of transport, then it's one of those situations where we're not going to force them to do it. So maybe we go to transport an animal, we do blood work prior to transport, and we find some type of infection. We're like, oh, this is something that we weren't expecting. Right now we're a 2nd stage facility, so these animals are coming here to fatten up for release. So we're not doing like critical care at this point in our rehab stage. So if we say that these animals are coming and for whatever reason it doesn't, it's going to be a big hoopla. People are going to be like, oh, what's wrong with the animal? What happened? So we try to kind of wait for a couple days before, okay, the animals went into this pool system where we're planning to remove them. Health assessment went well, they're good for transport. Then we'll find out a couple days before.
Do we know how many manatees altogether are coming, or do we not know that number either?
We're going to be starting off with 2.
2?
So if they start there, how do they get there?
So this is going to be our first stage. So we're starting with 2 because we want to get a good handle on what we're doing, all of our operations that we're going to be starting here, because obviously this is new for our facility. So we're going to start with 2. Eventually this will become similar to this. It's going to have a false bottom floor. It's going to have gates that can move in and out. So due to funding, we're not able to equip this whole system with the things that it needs. So right now it's about a $2 million job to just get the basic needs, not the wants. So we're starting off with this. We're getting our 2 manatees in here. And then as we get more comfortable, more used to the things that we're doing, then we'll eventually, obviously with funding, start working up this pool system to be able to take more animals. With your question, we would be using this hoist system. So we would take an animal from the ground level, which I'll show you guys when we walk over on the other side. From the ground level, we would fly them up. We would put them here, make sure they're getting acclimated, they're eating. That's the most important thing for manatees, is that they're eating. Once they're comfortable, once the vet is comfortable, we can then fly them into here. With manatees that we're going to be getting in 2nd stage, like I said, the goal is to fatten them up. So they're going to be here at least until the winter. They have to meet a minimum of 600 pounds and pass a health assessment, depending on the reason that they came in. That's for orphan calves. So when they're here, we're just plumping them up, getting them ready for release. So we have a lovely manatee rehab manager. Her name is Tanya Ward, and she comes to us with 10 years of critical care experience. And then rescue team and sea turtle rehab are going to be working together to complete manatee rehab on a day-to-day basis. So the rescue team, we have years and years of experience with manatees doing rescues, transports, health assessments. So we can learn the rehab side from Tanya, and then our sea turtle rehab team has that rehab background, so the animal care background. So all three of us together as one big team are going to be working to care for them, as well as the Clearwater Marine Aquarium Research Institute scientists. So they know what the challenges are out in the wild. They know post-release what these animals are facing as far as like finding food, navigating their environment. So the long-term goal is to make these pool systems more natural, so we can provide different obstacles, if you will, so ledges that we can put food on that manatees have to work to get to, so that they're more successful post-release. So it's one big happy family. Yeah. So it is split into the two systems with the gates. It's a little hard to tell, but you guys can see better from over there. There is a window, it's a peekaboo window down on that side. And then right here, so from here all the way over is one large viewing window. So if you guys look down, this is where the guests are going to be able to go once we have the animals in here. We don't want to habituate manatees to people, to them being used to seeing a lot of people. So that's why we have the viewing windows over guests being up here. So if you guys come over here, that walkway that I showed you is going to go back behind the wall, and it's going to come down here. There's a peekaboo window under here, and then it leads out into this area, which then goes back into the main.
All right, so last time we were out here, which I have a video linked in the description below, there was Rex and Rudy out here, and they actually, Lexi was able to do like some playtime with them last time. And now it's going to be the manatee area. A nice view of Clearwater Beach. Got the Hilton over there and all the boats, and we're going to go back now. It's been a good night so far. They have the second drawing for the raffle going on, but we're gonna probably miss that just because we haven't been able to get back there yet. Found out the manatees are not going to be here yet. There's still a lot of construction going on. There's still a lot of other things that are needing to be done before the manatees can actually come out and be shown to the public. So we are waiting and holding. But right now, let's enjoy some capybaras. Lexi absolutely loves these guys.
They're so cute.
That live like 40, 50 years. And who wants
Oh my
to have,
gosh.
a bunch of
Got the stingray tank here as well. Get to feed them sometimes. Touch them.
With them. Is there a... looks like this next prize is going to be a lovely little take-home water bottle for you. My lovely banner wife over here will show it off.
So we were actually heading upstairs to the 4th floor to play some bingo here at the appreciation night for the Clearwater Marine Aquarium.
the sub-animal side, we do have a little sea turtle plushie. Big eyes, very cute. They look like the sea turtles from Finding Nemo. Or if you're really a manatee lover and you want to